If you are flying into the United States this summer, or you know someone who is, stop what you are doing and watch this video right now. The United States government has made major changes to airport arrival rules just this week. These changes affect which airport you can land at, what screening you will go through, and in some cases, whether you can enter the United States at all. This is not something you want to find out at the gate. Welcome back to Immigration Updates Today. Today's update is one of the most important ones we have covered this year. In the last 2 weeks of May 2026, U.S. Customs and Border Protection, known as CBP, issued multiple urgent announcements about airport arrival restrictions. This comes ahead of what is expected to be one of the busiest summer travel seasons in recent history. These updates involve 3 separate but equally important issues. First, a public health emergency that has forced the government to restrict which airports certain travelers can use. Second, new technology being rolled out at airports across the country that will change how you are processed when you land. And third, important travel document requirements that are catching people off guard. We are going to walk through all of it, clearly and step by step. Let us get into it. The Ebola outbreak and arrival restrictions. Let us start with the most urgent update. On May 15, 2026, a new outbreak of Ebola disease was confirmed in Northeastern Democratic Republic of Congo, also known as the DRC. Within days, the World Health Organization declared this a public health emergency of international concern. Uganda also reported imported cases from the DRC, and South Sudan was identified as a high-risk country because of its close borders with the affected areas. Here is what the United States government did in response, and it happened fast. On May 18, 2026, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention issued an order suspending entry into the United States for foreign nationals who had been in the DRC, Uganda, or South Sudan within 21 days before their arrival. That is a travel ban for non-citizens who recently visited any of those 3 countries. But it does not stop there. For U.S. citizens, lawful permanent residents, which are green card holders, and U.S. nationals who were present in those countries, the rules are different. You are still allowed to enter the United States, but you cannot just fly into any airport you want. CBP, working with the Department of Homeland Security, issued a formal directive. It states that all flights carrying passengers who recently traveled from the DRC, Uganda, or South Sudan must land at specific designated airports only. Here is the list of those airports, in the order they were added. Washington Dulles International Airport was the first designated airport for flights departing after the evening of May 20, 2026. Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport was added next for flights departing after the evening of May 22, 2026. George Bush Intercontinental Airport in Houston was added after that for flights departing after the evening of May 26, 2026. These are currently the only 3 airports where passengers with recent travel to those affected countries are permitted to land and receive enhanced public health screening. What happens when you arrive at one of these airports? You will be taken to a special area of the airport. CDC health officers will check your travel history, look for any signs of illness, and take your temperature. If you show no symptoms, you will be given health monitoring guidance and allowed to continue to your destination. Your contact information will also be shared with state and local health authorities for follow-up. If you show symptoms such as fever, you will be evaluated further by a CDC public health officer. This applies to everyone. U.S. citizens, green card holders, and anyone else who was physically present in those 3 countries in the 21 days before traveling to the United States. What should you do if this applies to you? Contact your airline immediately. Your flight routing may change. Airlines are already reaching out to affected passengers, but do not wait. Call your airline and confirm your new routing into one of the 3 designated airports. Do not try to enter through a different airport. This is a federal directive. Non-compliance could result in serious legal and public health consequences. If you are planning future travel to those regions, check the CBP website before you depart for the most current list of designated airports. That list may expand or change as the situation develops. New technology at U.S. airports and what to expect when you land. Now, let us talk about something that affects all international travelers arriving in the United States this summer, not just those coming from affected regions. CBP has been rolling out new airport arrival technology across multiple major airports. This summer, you are very likely to encounter it. The first program is called Enhanced Passenger Processing, or EPP. This system uses automatic photo capture technology as you walk through the arrival area. Before you even reach a CBP officer, a camera takes your photo. CBP then runs a biometric check, confirming your identity, checking your eligibility to enter, and identifying any enforcement concerns. By the time you reach the CBP officer, much of the processing is already done. This makes the line move faster. EPP is currently available for U.S. citizens at several major airports, including Orlando, Dallas-Fort Worth, Denver, Charlotte-Douglas, Seattle-Tacoma, Minneapolis-St. Paul, and Philadelphia, among others. The second program is called Seamless Border Entry. This one goes even further. It screens passengers as they are still getting off the plane before they even enter the customs hall. It is designed to move things along with almost no interaction required. However, this program currently requires enrollment in Global Entry. Both programs are part of CBP's larger airport modernization plan, which is designed to reduce wait times and improve security at the same time. One important thing to know: if you do not want your photo taken through EPP, you have the right to opt out. Simply tell a CBP officer and you will go through the standard process instead. Important travel document reminders for summer. Before we wrap up, there are some travel document basics that CBP has specifically reminded travelers about ahead of summer. And these matter more than many people realize. If you are traveling to the United States under the Visa Waiver Program, meaning you do not have a visa but your country is part of the program, you must have an approved ESTA before boarding. ESTA stands for Electronic System for Travel Authorization. This requirement applies to air, sea, and land travel. Do not show up at the airport without it. If you need an I-94 entry document, CBP is encouraging travelers to apply in advance using the CBP Link mobile app or the official I-94 website. Doing this ahead of time saves time at the border and reduces delays. The application costs $6, which is the same fee whether you apply online or at the port of entry. CBP is also reminding all travelers to declare everything they bring into the United States. This includes goods, alcohol, agricultural items, and any money or monetary instruments over $10,000. Failure to declare items can result in fines and significant delays. Finally, if you are traveling by land, download the Border Wait Time app. It shows real-time wait times and open lanes at land ports of entry, so you can plan your crossing accordingly. What you should do right now, let us keep this simple. If you traveled to the DRC, Uganda, or South Sudan in the last 21 days and you are planning to fly to the United States, contact your airline today. Confirm your routing into one of the 3 designated airports. Do not assume your original itinerary is still valid. If you are a foreign national who was present in those 3 countries within the last 21 days, you cannot enter the United States right now. This is a CDC suspension order, and it is currently in effect. If you are traveling to the United States this summer from anywhere else in the world, get your documents in order now. Check your ESTA if you are a visa waiver traveler. Apply for your I-94 early. Declare everything at customs, and be prepared for new biometric screening technology at U.S. airports. It is there to make things faster, not to create problems. Here's a quick summary of everything we covered today. CBP has restricted airport arrivals for travelers who were in the DRC, Uganda, or South Sudan within the past 21 days. All such flights must land at one of 3 designated airports, which are Washington Dulles, Atlanta, or Houston. Non-citizens from those countries are currently banned from entering the United States under a CDC emergency order. New biometric screening technology, called Enhanced Passenger Processing, is being introduced at airports across the country this summer. And all international travelers should have their ESTA or visa documents ready, apply for their I-94 in advance if needed, and declare all items at customs. These are real updates that are happening right now, and they could affect your summer travel plans or someone you know. If this video helped you, please share it with family and friends who are planning to travel to or from the United States this summer. They need this information. Hit the like button so more people can find this video. Subscribe to Immigration Updates today so you never miss an update like this one. We cover every major immigration and travel development as it happens. Stay informed, stay prepared, and stay safe. We will see you in the next one.